At this stage of the program, we are now inviting our friends from the press and media to start their interview to our panelists. Please approach the microphone stand area and kindly state your name, your age, hindi nakasama, and media outlet, and begin your question. Hindi pala kasama sa script, Attorney Con. Hello, good afternoon. First of all, congratulations to the organizers and to the organizer of Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines for the successful launch of their pageant. So, my first question is to the organizers. So, what made you decide to launch or to organize this pageant in spite of the growing numbers of national pageant that we have in the country?
Thank you so much, Tito Noli, no? Kanina na-interview na ako ni Attorney to, nasagot ko na. Di ba, kaya kanina lang kasi tapos na ako. Okay na ako. Speaking of organizing, sabi ko nga kanina sa may speech ko dun sa introduction ko, when we started, na-expose ako doon sa pag-direct at pag-organize ng pageants sa iba't ibang lugar. Tarlac, Laguna, Ilocos, Aurora, Imbaler, and even in international pageants. But I don't own these pageants. So, dumating ako dun sa may point na may mga ideas ako dito na hindi ko siya minsan pinipitch ko sa LGUs, sa governor, sa TO, sa tourism officers, and even sa mga owners ng pageants. Sometimes they will accept, sometimes we love it, sometimes they don't. So, minsan nalulungkot ako kasi sabi ko, ang ganda sana. I think maintindihan niya ng team ko, no? Lalo na ni Jo, ng stage director ko. May mga gusto kami na i-input, pero we also understand and we respect these people kasi they own the pageant. So, to make the long story short, yun yung reason kung bakit nag-come up kami ng pageant. Aside from that, na gusto namin magkaroon ng sariling pageant, is because we have so much ideas to share. At magagawa lang namin yun 100% if we own the pageant. Kasi syempre kapag, let's say it's a local pageant, let's say a provincial pageant or a city or a municipality pageant, we have to respect the ideas of these leaders. Kasi yun ang gusto nila, they want to promote their own, and we respect that. And we want to have our own pageant na mas ma-highlight kung ano yung passion namin. And our passion is to really have a pageant na talagang ipopromote yung culture. It's a cliche thing na sabihin natin, Philippine culture naman, tradition and values, but don't we all love our culture, di ba? Sobrang ganda ng costume, sobrang colorful, the music, even our language. Kaya nga sabi ko kanina kay Attorney Ton sa interview, we haven't seen a pageant, well, nag-i-English na, like, from start to finish, the Grand Coronation Night uses the language of our own, which is Filipino. So here in Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines, even though the title itself is in English, but we already agreed that during the Grand Coronation Night, the program, the script will be in Tagalog. So one of the things that we wanted to really push for para, kasi may mga nanonood ng pageant na okay, English kasi sanay na tayo, pero siguro may mga tao pa rin na ay gusto kong manood. Pero ang tinitingnan ko na lang yung aesthetics, yung ganda ng mga girls, at saka yung kulay ng stage. Pero yung script program, hindi lang masyadong, sorry for saying this, pero hindi lang masyadong naiintindihan kasi sobrang bongga ng English. So why not we come up with a script na Tagalog? It's not a super deep Tagalog na 1980s pa, or 1800s pa ha. Pero it's a combination of Taglish. Like, we understand naman na ang Filipino naman yung language natin. We use some English words na inadapt na natin, or some Spanish words na inadapt na natin. So ganun yung mangyayari natin. Aside from the fact that we want to highlight the costumes, the Filipino costumes, the language, and even the activities na if you want it, then we can also share this na the activities will be kind of different kasi gusto namin i-highlight nga yung culture. Like, kanina yung tanong ni attorney, one of the things na gusto namin i-highlight is yung sikaran. Sikaran, that's how you pronounce it, no? Sikaran. Sikaran, it's a sports. It's a sports, a local sports, a national martial arts na originated here in the country, specifically in Rizal province. So, isa yun sa mga pwedeng gawin or gagawin ng mga official candidates natin. Siyempre, nandun pa rin yung the usual na photo shoot and video shoot para sa social media, but the candidates itself will be what do you call this? Mag-i-immerse sila sa Philippine culture. Yun yung gusto namin i-promote. Medyo oldie siya kasi I'm an oldie by heart. Gusto ko talagang balikan every time I get to watch pageants. Ang talagang binabalikan ko mga pageants, talagang yung mga lumang pageants. So, yun ang gusto namin i-highlight dito na dito sa Miss Pearl of the Orient. Medyo pwedeng sabihin ng ibang tao na parang arts ang Miss Pearl of the Orient. But one thing that we can guarantee you, oldie yung aking idea, pero since I have Joe and my team of Goldian, lalagyan nila ng modernization doon sa atake ng opening dance, the way we do our photo and video shoot and everything. Kaya magiging combination siya po. So, yun po.
Okay, follow-up question. Aside from the prestige and the valuable prizes, what awaits the eventual winner of Miss Pearl of the Orient?
Yung kaninang nilagay namin doon, so far, since maaga pa, we still have 2 or 3 months to go before the finals. We're still looking for and open for sponsorship. As of the moment, we have sponsors, products and services from our sponsors, including our napakalaking binigay ni Cruz Mejia Dental Services na worth 300,000 yata yun, na dental services. And then set of pearl jewelry also coming from our sponsor. Tapos meron siyempre travel opportunity kasi the girls will be competing in an international pageant. As of the moment, nag-lock muna kami dun sa 3. Ang goal lang talaga namin talaga is isa. Kasi gusto namin yung main winner lang will compete. Pero since pumasok din yung dalawang pageant, which is a locally made Miss Glamour Look International based here in the Philippines. Tapos yung Miss Tourism Globe, which owns by Fiscal Perbober, na may-ari din ng Mr. Tourism Globe. Parehong locally made siya. So, kung yun yung purpose namin why we are creating Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines to promote local, why not help them in organizing a pageant wherein the candidates will get to compete an international pageant but locally here in Manila. Tapos yung Miss Tourism Globe naman will be held in Bicol, in Albay. Crown na customize, of course, courtesy of JM Pageantry Innovations. Pero nagka-travel pa siya kasi galing siya sa ibang bansa, yung crown. Customized po siya and napakaganda po niya and hopefully sa press launch, sa press presentation ng official candidates, it will be unveiled. And of course, the cash prize of 100,000 pesos. Last winner lang.
Okay.
So of course, we are going to give syempre the prizes for the runners-up.
Last questions. Okay. How will Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines set apart from the other existing national pageants here in the Philippines?
Ang laki ng ngiti ni attorney. Sabi ni attorney, yun yung mga tinanong ko na kayo makoy sa backstage. Sabi ko nga kanina, Tito, we cannot say that we are the most prestigious or we are the biggest or whatever. The goal is to have a decent pageant. Di po ako nagpaparinig. Pero sabi ko nga sa 10 years kong pagdidirect ng kung ano-anong pageant, kung saan-saang pageant, I've experienced a lot. I've experienced organizers not paying some of the prices. For the winners, hindi ko naman sasabihin 100% may dayaan, pero meron akong mga naririnig sa social media na, uy, nagdayaan or ganito. Something that we can guarantee, we cannot guarantee that it's going to be the biggest, that it's going to be the most prestigious pageant. But three things ito ang mapapromise namin. Isa na doon is that we are true to our prices. Number 2, we are going to have a decent pageant. When we say decent pageant, we're going to make it sure that it's going to be a fair competition. Sa 10 years ko na nga na pagdidirect ng pageant, wala pa naman akong narinig na nare-reklamo, direct, may dayaan, ganito. Even sa local pageant. Kasi yun lang naman ang kaya kong maipagmalaki noong mga panahon na yun. Na pag sinasabi nila na, why would you let this girl win? Siguro dinaya mo. Ang lagi ko lang sinasabi sa kanila, Tito, actually, pag ginawa ko tong pageant na to sa probinsyang to, after ng pageant na to, babayaran na kami ng organizer, uuwi na kami sa Manila. So why would we fix the result for one girl? I mean, we cannot do something about that girl. Kasi that girl is not going to work for us. So I am very keen and very strict when it comes to looking at the score sheet, even making sure that the tabulators are going to make sure na ang ilalabas niya at ipiprint niyang score will be the right winners. And then yung pangatlo, gusto lang namin magkaroon ng isang pageant na ina-highlight nga, as I mentioned, yung kultura ng Pilipinas. And gusto namin makarating sa national pageant yung mga local winners na hindi kayang makapasok sa mga big national pageants. And we are so happy, sabi ko nga, we have running 29 local pageants, both confirmed and soon to be confirmed. Ang goal nga lang namin talaga nung una ay 15 candidates. Sabi namin, pag 15 candidates, kaya na natin pakainin at saka i-hotel. So, ngayon parang 29, minsan sabi ko, naisip namin, hala, paano kaya natin sila papakainin at saka i-hotel, di ba? Pero July pa naman, hopefully may pumasok pang maraming sponsors so we can accommodate all these 29 girls all around the Philippines. Thank you, Tito.
Thank you very much and congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Richard Ignola from Best Magazine and People's Journal Beauty Correspondent. My question for the girls and for the organizer later. So what make you decide why Miss Pearl of the Orient, not the other prestigious pageant in the Philippines?
Hi, my name is Gabriel De Dios from Bulacan. What made me decide to join Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines is that to promote my advocacy. My advocacy is very close to my heart, which is love for the elderly. And I think this is the best way to promote because as the Miss Pearl is promoting culture, and I think one of the values of Filipinos is respecting our elderly. And that is my purpose of joining this pageant po. Thank you po. For me naman po, aside po na isa po ito sa prize or isa po ito sa mga napanalunan ko nung Binibinigan Lahi, which is to represent our province in Miss Pearl of the Orient. Gusto ko din po yung main objective ng Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines, which is to help other peoples who are in need, especially the children, to their education, mental and basic needs, and also its vision and mission po, which is to preserve the culture and values of the Philippines.
Thank you.
Good afternoon po to everyone. First of all, I'm Christine Giona Castillo and I'm representing Rizal. So at first po, hindi ko po talaga alam yung Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines. And doon tinignan ko po yung page, doon po ako nagkaroon ng decision or na-push na sumali dahil nakita ko po na it's all about promoting the Philippine culture. And nakikita ko po na medyo yung ibang mga Pilipino is nagkukulang sa pagbabayanihan. And sa tingin ko magiging magandang role model po ako para i-promote yung Philippine culture. Yun lang po. Thank you po.
Magaling. Okay, my next question would be for the organizer. What will be the criteria for judging? Because me, myself, I have talents. So, para malaman ko if these girls are credible to join the pageant. Kasi kami as talent managers, we always observe kung ano yung power ng talents namin. Like, for example, kanina sinabi mo, Tagalog ang language na gagamitin and ang daming sasali. Kasi karamihan dito sa Pilipinas, mga mahina, takot sa Q&A. So, ang ganda ng plataforma nyo actually. And then, in selecting the winners, wala bang say ang organizer to pick? Like, there are competition kasi na ang nadideclare kasi matalino, tsaka naman. So, paano nyo mabibenta sa sponsor? O paano mo sila mabibigyan ng power na makapag-endorse ng mga product? If your winner is hindi maganda. Kasi ako, gumawa rin ako, hirap na hirap din akong magbenta ng sa kliyente pag tsaka yung winner. Pero kasi at the end of the day, if you want your competition to be more credible at magandang opportunity and magandang kita, kailangan maganda mukha. So, ano bang criteria? Walang power yung organizer or talagang based lang doon sa criteria talaga?
Thank you, sir. No, ganda ng tanong niya. No? Yun yung hindi pa natanong yung attorney. Pero Sir Richard, ang pinakamaganda dyan, magagandang mga candidates natin.
Ganda ng sagot, yes.
Oo. Actually, minsan kapag may nag-i-inquire na agad na mga local directors, hindi naman siguro weird, no? Before I ask anything na, are you under an organization? Magkano ba ang ilalaan mo sa candidate mo? Kaya mo ba? Actually, mawi-weirdahan ka, sir, kasi ang una kong tanong, pwede mong isend yung picture? Actually, we didn't ask for the height eh. Kasi nga we don't have a height requirement as you can see dun sa ABP namin. Parang wala na yun, pasay na yung height requirement. But yes, we understand that pageant, kahit tanggalin pa natin yung word na beauty sa beauty pageant, it's still going to be a beauty pageant. Someone's looking for someone who's physically appealing, di ba? And we are glad kasi we already have, I think, 12 official candidates, pero yung iba kasi nasa province pa, like Albay, Cebu. These are 3 girls na medyo accessible sa Manila, pero imagine yung 3 pa lang sila, pero, di ba, pwede na talaga na isa sa kanila ang manalo. And to answer your question naman po, yung main question mo, Sir Richard, yes po, we are going to translate what Goldian events are doing in our local pageants sa aming own pageant. And kung may mga naka-attend na siguro, like dun sa isang pageant namin na ginawa, 30, no? Was it 30%? Oo. Meron kaming 30%, sir, na pinapasok na organization score. Binibenta lagi namin yan sa mga governors, sa mga mayors, sa mga tourism officers, and even sa mga owners ng mga pageants na we need to include at least this percentage coming from us. And when we say us, not us production people lang. Production people, even the owners, even the people that works behind the camera. Even the, what do you call this, photographers, even the videographers, even yung mga nagbibigay lang ng mga pagkain, meron silang score na binibigay sa mga candidates. I think, alam niya ni Ms. Tarlac, nung nagpa-pageant sila, and si Ms. Bulacan, nung nagpa-pageant sila, nung hinandle namin yung pageant, during the orientation of candidates, even their handlers, their tourism officers, nandun sila, nilalatag na namin sa kanila what is the criteria for judging, na meron kaming ini-include ng 30%. Malaki yung binibigay ng judges kasi parang lumalabas 70%, pero makaka-apekto pa rin yung 30% na ibibigay ng org. And when we talk about 30%, we're talking about behavior, we're talking about their closed-door interview, their communication skills. Kasi tanggap naman natin na minsan, magaling sila sa closed door kasi relax, walang audience, relax sila doon nakaupo, compared sa pag nasa stage sila kinakabahan. But that doesn't mean na, sorry for the term, na alam mo yun, mahina sila, di ba? Minsan kinakabahan lang sila. Pero pag close door, parang, ay, galing naman na itong batang to. And yung behavior, kasama doon yung attendance. Kasi unfair din naman sa ibang candidates na sabihin natin, hindi ako masyadong maganda, maliit lang ako, pero lagi akong nauuna sa call time. Yung isang paborito ng mga fans, na maraming fans sa social media, na feeling nila yun ang mananalo, pero lagi namang late. So doon pa lang bumababa na yung score. We experienced that many times na kine-question kami, bakit hindi nakapasok, bakit hindi nanalo? Ina-explain namin, kasi meron kaming point system. Pwede ko nang i-share. Kunyari, pag late, 0.25, that's minus 0.25 sa kanilang total score. Kapag hindi sila naka-attend nung mismong event na yun, 0.5. So imagine mo sir, kung 2 beses kang absent, 0.5, 1 point na yun. Kung 89 ka na, magiging 88 ka na lang. Malaking bagay yun if we are selecting semifinalists. So meron po kami ini-include and we intend to keep that here in Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines kasi that girl, whoever she may be, will be working for us. So we want someone na gusto rin namin. So yun po.
Isa pang tanong, kasi ang daming magandang babae sa probinsya, like Mindanao, Visayas. So the expenses will be shouldered by mismo ng representative or libre ng organization?
As I mentioned kanina, sir, wala pa kaming franchise fees. We are talking about that. We are discussing about franchise fees maybe 3 years from now. Pero dahil nga wala ng franchise fee, the only thing that we're asking these local pageants or local franchise directors is to cover the basic one, transportation, wardrobe, and yung mga requirements namin na photos and videos from their locals to also promote their culture and their tourism. Basic lang, wala na.
So definitely, pwede kayo mag-provide ng letter for the LGU para mabigyan nyo sila ng support para they can ask.
Actually po, sila po meron na po sila mga certificates
okay.
and official letter that they can use for solicitation sa mga mayors, sa mga governors, and even mga private sectors para tulungan sila financially.
Congratulations
Thank you
and
po.
tutulungan sa marketing.
Thank you so much, Tito Richard. I'm Edge from Pageantology 101. So, doon muna tayo sa mga basic na mga information. So, kailan po ang ating coronation night?
We were planning po to hold it in July.
July. Ilan po ang target po natin na candidates?
The initial target po is 20. Pero as Makoy said, we were running from 28 to 29.
Ayun. So, ulitin ko po, 3 pong titles ang
Yes,
pipiliin
po.
natin para for international titles. So, number 1 yung
Miss Cosmo.
Miss Cosmo.
Miss Cosmopolitan.
Iba po, oo. So, yung Miss Cosmo, saan po yung dito
Based
yung
in Kuala Lumpur.
based sa Kuala Lumpur. And then yung kay
Miss
Direct Primo.
Glamour. Look International.
And then the other
and
one.
then the Miss Tourism Globe.
Tourism Globe na naka-base din po dito sa
Dito,
Philippines.
Albay.
Albay. In the future ba, magkakaroon ba tayo ng Miss Pearl of the Miss Pearl lang?
Hindi.
Or wala pang international? So, it's local lang muna. Alright. So, question na naman, this is of course, nagaganda ng nakshi ko, diba sa
Nakshi.
episode? Oo. So, kaya bigyan natin ng mic. So, Henson Ariola. So, anong aabangan natin? Ano bang, of course, ang dami-dami ng mga pageants nowadays, nagsusulputan. Ano bang pwedeng ma-cater ng Miss Pearl of the Orient na, yun nga, sabi nga ni Direk McCoy na kakaroon tayo ng Tagalog na script. So, ano po ba yung mga pasabog na pwede nating ihain as a project? Ano bang title ng Anak Shiko? Project Head? Oo.
Since ang advocacy po ng Miss Pearl of the Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines ay ano po, beauty and culture po, i-promote po na, plano pong i-promote yung mga tourist spot po na hindi pa po masyadong napupuntahan or yung may kinalaman po sa kultura ng mga Pilipino, lalo-lalo na po sa part po ng Rizal.
Alright. O, diba na put on spot kita, Nakshi. Last question, no? So gusto ko lang malaman yung system ng pageant. So kung 20 target natin, pwede tayong mag-semifinals ng top 10? And then, paano pa yung format po kaya na
Actually,
pwede namin makita sa
wala
finals?
pa kami
Wala
sa part na ano yung gagawin namin sa coronation. Like,
Okay.
first cut, gano'n.
Mhm.
Pero we are already intended to have 5, yung top 5,
Mm.
the usual.
And then,
Pero ang gusto sana namin, hindi sila magkikarry ng runners-up. Like first runner-up, second runner-up. Could be Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, or could be an ambassador, let's say culture ambassador, tourism ambassador, or something like that. So, hindi runner-up yung nakalagay sa sash nila, even though third place sila or second place sila or whatever. Pero we have one main title, which is Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines.
and of course,
Nakipag-usap na kami sa some of their tourism officers, and they're willing to lend us support sa mga natural resources nila like Daranak Falls, and then mga saan yun? Tinapak River. Kahit ako personally, hindi ko pa napupuntahan yun, kaya hindi lang mga candidates ang may excite. Kahit kaming mga organizer, parang wow! Baka kami pa yung super excited doon. So, talagang ano siya, i-highlight talaga namin sa videos and pictures namin. It's not just about, I'm sorry, pero parang hindi siya more on the glamour side. Na parang, ay bakit hindi pang Vogue yung photoshoot ng mga girls na ang background ay etong culture na to. Kasi gusto namin gawing 50-50. 50% the focus is on the girl, but at the same time, 50% focus is on the story behind the background. Hindi lang namin siya gagawing background just for the aesthetics, but of course, sa story at saka yung promotion. Kasi hindi naman kami i-allow ng mga tourism officers and LGUs na yun, na gawin lang background yun without promoting their local tourist spots.
So it is safe to say na yung pageant runs 1 week?
Yes, ang napag-usapan lang namin ngayon ay minimum of 7 days to a maximum of 10 days. Kasi sabi nga natin, sabi ko nga kanina, the more na pinapatagal natin yung pageant, the more yung expense. Aminado naman kami doon eh. I mean, wala na pa naman kaming big presenter na kaya namin mag 1 month. Imagine 1 month na i-in-house mo yung candidates. Realistically, that's too much for our pocket. And it's also too much for the candidates kasi ang mga candidates natin either sa school yan or nag-work. Siyempre, July naman, I think July naman is vacation month, so kaya naman yata nila, or afford naman nila yung 7 days.
Yung finals venue po meron tayo.
Venue?
Venue ng finals.
We
Coronation
are eyeing somewhere in Rizal. Medyo konting push pa sa Kapitolyo ng Rizal. Kasi kung yung mga bayan nga willing na mag pre-pageant activities like photoshoot activities, kung ano-ano mga small activities. Like for example sa Taytay, ang goal namin is to promote the Tiangge, wherein the candidates, ngayon sinabi ko na agad, no? Yung mga candidates will be given a certain amount of money, tapos for parang extra challenge yun. For 500 pesos, you have 15 minutes to shop for your fashion clothes. Tapos irarampa nila yun sa...
Iikot sila sa Bagtik.
Iikot sila doon. Pero may photographer. Nagulat yung ba? Talaga, iikot kami. Oo. Siyempre kami muna. Oo. Pero competition yon. It's a competition kasi kung fashion show siya that you have to bring your own clothes coming from, let's say, online, tapos pinatahi mo na sobrang mahal, tapos hindi naman mapopromote yung Philippine culture. I mean, Taytay is pwedeng sabihin, oh, that's cheap, di ba? Pero it's garment capital not in Taytay, but in the Philippines. Maraming pumupunta doon. So what promote Taytay kung ano yung best product nila? So, ang goal pa sana namin, sana ma-push din namin, it's not glamour, wherein they will parade or model that dun mismo sa Taytay. Dun sa gitna ng fashion district nila or fashion street nila sa Taytay. So,
last question na lang. Kasi kanina sinabi niyo that there is a no franchise fee for so far, di ba? After, sabihin natin mga 2 to 3 years. So, paano kayo ngayon as a organization chino-choose yung mga franchise owner ninyo in a different location? Paano yung palang selection ninyo?
Selection namin, number 1 na dyan, current local pageant. Parang malaki na yung portion, yung 18-20% go na kami dyan. For example, yung Binibining Kanlahi, when we directed the pageant, nakatie up sila sa Miss Universe Philippines and then the Miss Philippines. So si Kanye was second runner-up. So natie up namin sa tourism office nila yon. Pero since yun na yung pinakamababa or pinakamataas na kayang i-offer nila, kasi nga the winner and the first runner will go to a national pageant. Tapos Angono, also nakatie up kami sa Ginoon Binibining Angono. Saan pa ba? Sa Silang, Cavite, parang sa Tarlac din. Their Binibining Silang goes to Miss Universe Philippines, first runner to the Miss Philippines. Tapos yung second runner-up natin was also awarded Miss Pearl of the Orient Silang. So, priority namin yung local pageant. Local pageant, whether it's a city, municipal, or provincial. We also have some local franchise directors na hindi naman sila naglo-local pageant, but there are agencies, like modeling agencies. Like sa Cebu, it's a modeling agency. When we got Marinduque, IRAMP Marinduque, it's also a modeling agency. Laguna, 3 Stars Production. So, yun yung second. Yung pang third siguro, handler or manager na yung kausap namin. We also have that, like si Miss Bulacan. Hindi siya under ng local pageant, but under siya ng handler. So, pwede pa rin naman siya. And since we are opening din naman the slot for few slots, on April 23, we are going to start the open screening. Yun, wala nang kailangan pa kaming i-question na under ka ba ng organization, under ka ba ng ganitong handler, even if they are independent. Kung pasok naman sila sa qualification, then they can be part of Miss Pearl.
Alright, thank you so much. And the next question is from Ferdy Abihon.
Sabi niyo may 28 to 29 na candidates. Bakit kailangan pa ng screening?
Kasi hindi pa naman sila official. Sabi ko nga kanina, we have 12 official candidates, pero yung list namin is 29, so including yung mga naka-pending. So when we say pending, they already inquired, but we are not yet saying na, official candidate.
And the screening will be on?
We are going to start on April 23rd, pero online muna. So they can send the application forms and the photos sa aming email, and then tignan natin kung magkakaroon tayo ng open screening just to see the candidate. Siyempre, iba pa rin yung physical di ba? Baka mamaya, ay, bongga, di ba? Sa picture. Tapos sabi nga ni Sir Richard, sa personal parang, asan na po yung screen? Ako po yun. Ayaw ba yun? Di ba? Lalo pa sa panahon ng face app, medyo mahirap na.
Ayan, congratulations!
Thank you, Ferds.
As we embark on this new chapter, let us take a moment to the achievements so far and the triumphs that await us in the future. Like a fine wine, Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines has been carefully crafted with love, dedication, and attention to detail. And just as age, so too will Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines grow and evolve, becoming even more vibrant and flavorful with each passing year. So let us raise our glasses to the organizing team, the Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines, to its soon-to-be success, its prosperity, and its upcoming legacy. And finally, let us raise our glasses to each other, to the friendships we have forged, the memories will be created, and the moments we have shared together in this afternoon's monumental event. the Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines and Oriental Beauty Philippines Charities Incorporated to new beginnings and to the new bright future that awaits us. Let us all cheers. Thank you so much, and again, a round of applause to Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines pageant, an addition to the Philippine pageant industry. So we would like to request our organizing committee to please have a photo opportunity. We would like to request Miss JM. Wala na pong speech, Miss JM. Ayan. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, the organizing committee of the Miss Pearl of the Orient Philippines, another round of applause.